Gaming. It isn't just for kids. Well, it was, but not anymore. Gaming was something you outgrew. Well, it was, but not anymore. Gaming has evolved far beyond the tiny hands of children and into the palms of each and every one of us. Gaming was made for the people of today, and it's time to accept that its time is now. In the first ever episode of our virtual reality, I share my thoughts as to why gaming isn't just for kids anymore. The gaming industry is the fastest growing entertainment industry in the history of humanity. It is incredibly young compared to its brothers, cinema, literature, and music, but it has echoed throughout the world as an integral part of modern culture. It has evolved past magazines for enthusiasts and is now accessible to everyone, young to old. There was a time when gamers were scoffed at for being who they were, and today they still are. But times are changing. More often than not, you will see someone as you go about your day playing a game on their iPads or their 3DSs. When they come home, they turn on their TVs not to watch their favorite shows, but to play the latest games. If someone wants to use a TV, they can play their games remotely on their PS Vita or Wii U gamepad without skipping a beat. Even those who don't own consoles can enjoy games by using streaming services like PlayStation Now on any screen they can think of. Of course, there's also PCs. These very people aren't necessarily teens and tweens anymore. We are slowly seeing people in their 30s, 40s gaming, posting on Reddit looking for gaming advice, strategies, and sharing their gaming experiences through internet video. At one point, I could see how a father would play his games with his son for years, but suddenly stop as they got older. I cannot help but assume their passion for the medium does not run as deep as the people of today. Back then, gaming was a new medium. People who had the money and interest were the primary demographic. These people had jobs, families, and responsibilities, and despite that wanted to wet their hands with the newest form of entertainment the industry had to offer. Their love for the game was born out of curiosity, amidst the many other mediums of entertainment back then like radio and TV. But as their interest faded, their children came into the picture. At very tender ages, just enough to master fine motor control, some were fortunate to play their very first video game. It's why the current industry journalists and personalities have such fond memories of the classics: Super Mario, DuckTales, Pac-Man. Along the line, they passed on these games and their love for it to their kids, causing a chain reaction of even more people being exposed to the imaginative world of gaming early in their life. So why did people outgrow gaming then? I'm sure if you dabbled in the hobby for the past few years, there's been a stigma, a stereotype for gamers around the world. It is an accusation all too familiar, especially to those who genuinely love the medium. It was nothing but a hobby for children, because who else plays games but children? Somehow back then, this made perfect sense to the majority of people. I personally have received so much flack because of this, but I continue to be the most vocal gamer in my circle because I believe the medium can extend its reaches to everyone. To the others though, they chose the perceived mature notion that to play is to be childish and that games have no place in their real life. To those that grew up with it though, especially with the current outpouring of support for the industry and its different trends and evolutions, from multi-million AAA games to mobile games to free-to-play MMOs to the booming indie market, people are now playing and developing more than ever before. So what does this mean then? Well, this means that now we are finally seeing a generation, maybe future generations of people who love video games. The art is improving. The awareness is increasing. The support for developers is ever expanding. And with the millions sold by the most popular franchises today, the world hears the message loud and clear. Gaming, video gaming, is here to stay. Gaming isn't something you outgrow anymore. It is something you live with. It is becoming part of who we are, much like how cinema and literature have become ever-enduring forms of media. There will come a time that gaming will be just as respected as movies and books or music. A time where gamers aren't equated to 12-year-olds, 20-year-olds living in their mom's basement. Gamers will be you, me, the kids who are playing something like The Last of Us as their first video game, even our grandparents. It's a very nice thought. So when I'm in my 70s, 80s, lying in my deathbed, come visit me, and I'll be playing on the latest console or portable, or whatever gaming has become at that point. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of our virtual reality, or something like that.